everyone, happy time zone. Hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be another speed build, and I actually edited 8 hours of building into just an hour, which is kind of impressive, I think. It is going like super speedy fast, so I'm sorry if it makes you a little bit dizzy or if you're having a little bit difficulty following along. I know when I was building it, it made me a little bit dizzy just because of the FOV that I was using. I don't know, something about it made me kind of nauseated multiple times too, because I built most of the shell on stream, and here's a plug for anyone who doesn't know. I do stream during the week, so if you have any desire to come catch me live, I'll leave all of the information down in the description. But I was building on stream, and while I was building, I became very nauseous and kind of dizzy. It wasn't a good time, but you know, it's alright. I did have to take this in little bits and pieces, kind of. I had to take breaks in between building sections of it. So if you see any rapid cuts here and there, no, it's because I was just taking a break. I said, you're done. I can't handle this anymore. But you can see me currently just building the platform, trying to figure out the facade of the front of the building. I took inspiration from the Met Museum. I've never actually been there, but I saw the image online and I don't know, it looks really nice. I like the architecture. It's not a one-for-one build. It's mostly just, oh, I kind of like this idea. I'm going to try to replicate it as best as I can. And that's what I did. I do enjoy the outcome of what I did. I think it has a nice silhouette, and when you're, you know, standing in front of it, it looks very modern and clean. Watching this all sped up is pretty cool though. I don't usually watch my own speed builds, but, you know, as I'm recording the audio for this, I'm watching it play on my other screen, and it's nice. It is going so fucking fast though. It's alright. It's a vibe. Yeah, like I said, I was streaming at the time of this beginning recording. So there will be some pauses here and there. Hopefully not too noticeable since it is sped up, like times 7, I think. So any little breaks that I did probably only be like 1 or 2 seconds. And you can see I'm starting to put in some columns. I completely forgot that I put those quartz pillars there. So you'll see at the very end of the build, where I realized that I forgot to do columns all over the place. I actually put in some frog lights to help illuminate everything. I wasn't really sure what to do regarding lighting, so you'll also see later on me struggling hardcore with that. I think I figured it out. Like, it's probably not the best lighting ever, to be honest, but it gets the job done. Hopefully nothing spawns, and there's only one way to really find out if something is gonna spawn, and that's when I put this museum in the survival world. I'm currently just putting in the outline and shell. I mean, the shell is not going to come in for a little bit more time, but when I was trying to figure out how wide and how deep the building should go, I was trying to really think of how many items would go into this build. And you'll see later on as well when I'm decorating the interior. I didn't put any collectible items yet. I do plan on doing that just as I play on the server. And also, for anyone who isn't aware, I am part of a survival multiplayer server. Myself and 7 others, there are 8 of us in total. I think. You know what? I should fact check this. My bad. There are 9 of us. Myself and 8 others. We all do our own thing, and we like to build a lot in there. Especially me. I fucking love building. Lately, and as you will see in the background of this very world, I've been doing a lot of creative builds that I plan on making, create schematics, and eventually importing it into my home base on the server. And if there's anyone here who has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, there's a playlist with all of the Minecraft videos so far, and I highly encourage you all to check it out if that's your thing. If it's not, no worries. But, you know, I think it's a good vibe. It's a very fun series to record and play so far. I hope you're all enjoying it for anyone who is caught up with everything. I think this is the biggest build I have ever done, thinking about it. Yeah, I'm watching myself put in all of these windows and things, and all of the intricate little bits that come out. I think this really is the biggest build I've ever done, which is, it says something. Like, I used to never build anything. Even in creative mode, I would never build anything. So far I've done a giant goat head. I've done this giant museum. I mean, it could be much larger. Being completely honest and humble about it. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed building it, and I'm enjoying the speed build now. It was a really interesting process. Even with the not feeling so well, with all of the nausea that came with it, I enjoyed it. I did choose different blocks to build in with this museum. In comparison to the houses that I've already built and the blacksmith and town hall and everything like that. I did this all out of quartz, really. I mean, there's interior stuff is obviously not all quartz, but so far I have not built with all quartz. I think the only other building that I'm using quartz for is the castle on my mountain. And, you know, as I was building this, I kept thinking to myself, wow, holy shit, this is gonna take a lot of quartz to import into the world. And I am fully prepared for that. I did actually build a contraption in the survival world that will help me generate sand that I can then haunt, and it will turn into soul sand, which I can then wash. And you know, this whole process, I can basically just spawn quartz blocks into my inventory at whim. I mean, not in mass, really. I have to work with it and work on it and spend some time at the machine to do so. It's not completely automated. It's just there to help me. But either way, it's gonna be a giant fucking project. And I am prepared for this. I am expecting, oh god, probably more than 10 stacks of quartz. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm going to estimate about 50 stacks of quartz. And that's not including the stairs and slabs that I used. The glass for the windows, I actually don't have that. I don't have it yet. So I'm gonna have to craft that as well. Unless, I know DEFCON on the server has a glass shop, but I'm not entirely sure if he's selling that specific glass, or if I'm going to have to take it upon myself and build it. Which is fine. I don't mind it. There's just something to think about. I also used furniture that I've never used before in this build. And I'm really excited, to be honest. I'm excited to have this responsibility of crafting more things. More things and newer things. I'm also interested in all of your opinions on my build. Obviously, I'm happy with it. So, you know, it is what it is. It's done and it's over. But let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed the visuals of this. At some point, I completely ditch the reference image and I just go based on what I think would look good. But I'm excited to play in it. I think that's my main goal for all of the builds that I do for the OMG SMP, and just in general, when I'm playing a game and there are buildings that I need for functionality or for decoration, but you know, specifically if I'm going to be spending a lot of time there, I want to make sure that I enjoy it, that it looks good to my eyes, and it's visually appealing. And so far I've been pretty successful in doing that. I have not had too much of an issue. I mean, this giant monstrosity of a building kind of gave me a kind of a headache just because it's so big. I'm used to building in smaller areas. I find that it's really overwhelming to build in larger buildings. Like mansions, for example. I remember, and this is completely off topic, but for those who know me, I play Sims like a lot, and I've started building in The Sims a lot. And I built a mansion for my Sims, and I remember being so overwhelmed with that. But the same goes for Minecraft. I don't usually make my homes very big, and I decided to overtake a castle for this server. The castle's fucking huge. I am so overwhelmed. I'm trying to take it a little bit by little bit just to make it a little bit easier on me and not stress myself out. But it's still so much. I have to keep reminding myself that it is open for at least a year, possibly even more time than that. So there's really nothing to stress about, but still, it's definitely something. Also, take note of how many bats are here. It's so funny to me. I didn't expect so many bats to have spawned underneath my museum here. I mean, it makes sense because it's a gigantic thing and there's a bunch of shadow underneath it. But I was hoping that I would be fast. I would be quick enough for nothing to spawn. Once they did start spawning, I kind of just gave up and just let them live. They were a little bit annoying to deal with when I was building, but you know, it is what it is. I eventually got used to them and their little squeaks in my ears. Be grateful that I muted the entire speed build because as you can see in the captions on the bottom right, they kind of never stop screeching. So it was something for sure. As you can see, we're doing the back patio now. I'm trying to get in the general foundation as we speak. And it didn't take long for me to figure out what kind of design I wanted it. For some reason, this entire thing kind of reminded me of Griffith Observatory, and I don't know why. Don't ask why, because I don't know. It looks nothing like it, but the entire time, that's all I could really think about. And I haven't been there in years, too. And I've never seen, or I haven't seen photos of the observatory in quite a long time, so I had no idea what it looked like. But nevertheless, it did remind me of that. It's kind of a homey feeling. And I wanted a modern vibe with the foundation walls as well, and you'll see that when I start putting in. I realized at one point that I miscounted very badly. I, at this point in the stream, was so nauseous. Was it? You know what? I honestly don't know if this was stream. It might have been after stream that I touched this. And what happened is I left stream, started feeling better, nausea-wise, and then I came back. And I was good for a little bit, and then it wasn't good anymore. So either way, at this point in time, I was not feeling great, and so my head wasn't really in the right place, even though I was focusing so hard. I was counting, I was making sure blocks were placed where they needed to be, and somehow I still fucked it up severely. So I had to redo some things as you are watching me build and rebuild and go back and recount. And it was a whole thing, but you know, looking back on it now, I'm glad that I really took my time on this, because even though it's probably not the most perfect build, I'm still happy with it, and I like it. And also, poor bats that I'm kind of trapping in the foundation right now. I don't think they're gonna transfer. I don't think that's how the schematic cannon works. It'll only take blocks. So, you know, at least there's that. They won't be trapped under there forever. As you can see, the stair method that I'm doing, I think it adds a lot of definition. Like, it's not just a flat wall, it adds a little bit of visual appeal. I don't really know the word for it, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. And here I'm just filling the rest of the foundation in. When I put this into my survival world, I will be filling the entire bottom of it with dirt. The only reason I didn't do that here is because I don't know where this is going. So I don't want to put dirt for no reason if it's not needed. Because if I end up putting it on my mountain, there's going to be blocks already in place, and then I might not even have to worry about anything. And the only reason I would want to fill it in, for anyone who isn't aware, I don't want things spawning under there. And I could just light the entire thing up too, but I prefer to just have it completely solid. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who prefers such a thing, but it is what it is. Oh, and here's a fun thing. As I was doing the stairs, and you know, as I'm filling this in, it looks really nice, and I liked it. And then all of a sudden, no, I don't like it anymore. So I get rid of the entire thing. Spoiler alert, I do end up putting it back. And it was so painful. It was so painful doing this. I think without it sped up, it took me around 40 minutes to try to figure out what I wanted to do because I was so indecisive with it. I didn't know where to put anything. I didn't know if I wanted like some kind of foundation wall. I realized as I was building a wall in the middle of what would be the staircase, it would just completely block the entire front if you're not on the stairs. If you're below the stairs, it would look like everything is cut off, and I didn't want that. I wanted it all to be visible. But, you know, now we're putting the stairs back in, and eventually we'll be done with the stairs, and I never had to look at it again. I love to see it. Do you guys also watch things while you're building? Because I've started watching my shows. I've been watching Gilmore Girls, and finally, it's been on my list forever, and everybody always talks about it. I honestly don't know what took me so long, but I finally have been watching it. I'm actually, I think, on the last season. I don't know how long the show goes on for. And I purposely haven't looked it up for spoiler reasons. I kind of just want my heart to be ripped out of my chest once I realize there are no more episodes left. But between me and you, I'm honestly kind of excited for it to be over because, you know, as all shows go, these last episodes that I'm having to witness, they're not that great. I'm not really enjoying the storylines that the characters are being given. Which kind of hurts because I got really, really attached to the show and to the characters in the show. And, you know, I was rooting for some things to happen and for other things not to happen, and you know how it is. So I'm excited for it to be done so I can move on and watch other things that are on my list. But anyway, I was watching Gilmore Girls while I was building this, and I think now whenever I visit it in the survival server, I'm not going to be able to think about anything other than the show and the specific episodes that I was watching. Which is so funny. It's so strange how that happens. And I mean, not really. Because that's how memory works, you know? It is what it is. Oh, we've gotten to the round and round and round and round and round again bit of the speed build. I am now working on, I don't even know what those are called. Oh, well, currently I'm just raising the walls up a little bit more. But as you can see in the reference image, there is this pillar roof. If anyone knows the answer to like the official name of that, let me know. I'm not gonna look it up because I don't care that much, but I'm curious. Curious enough to know, or curious enough to ask, you know? Anyway, I'm putting, stairs. I've been using a lot of stairs in this build. And in stream, someone suggested I use roof tile pieces because we do have, I believe, and don't cancel me if this is wrong, apologies. I believe we have macaw's roofs. And they're nice, but I don't love them. So I don't ever use the roof tile pieces. I always use stairs for tiered stuff like this. And I actually, I think I do it because it has a very distinct Minecraft flavor to it, if that makes sense. The roof pieces are nice and they're very realistic, but they kind of take away the raw Minecraft feel. I'm usually a really big fan of furniture mods, just because, you know, you can never have too much furniture in your builds. It's fun. But when it comes to roofs, I love using stairs to get across the tiered effect. Also, I just realized that the entire front piece, aside from the pillar roofs that I'm working on now, it's all done, and it looks really nice. At least in my opinion. And to me, my opinion is great. At least when it comes to this build. Doing the roof itself was kind of annoying though, because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it. I did end up going just completely flat, and you'll see that in a couple minutes when we get to that point. But I did do completely flat with just little bits of stairs here and there to give the effect of I don't even know what it's called. I don't know the technical term, but if you look at the reference image, you'll see the bits that stick up and out. Kind of what I was going for. Oh, and apparently I didn't go all the way around the building with my stairs, so I mean, I liked the additional detail that it gives. But now you'll understand why I am so holy fucking shit about the amount of quartz that I'm gonna need to spawn. But it is what it is, and I'm excited to get this in. I think this is the building I am most excited to do, and it only took me this long to make a video and speed build it, or just build it in general, you know. And it took me this long because I didn't know what style I wanted. And so when I was looking for reference images and thinking of, okay, well, I have this and this and this that I'm putting in my village, will it fit? The answer is debatable. Because I feel like this build is a lot more modern than the houses are. But the houses, I guess, are, you know, they're villager houses. They're a little bit fancier than villager houses. And if you haven't seen the video of me building those, they are in the playlist. So if that interests you at all, go check it out. I'm very proud of the houses and how they came out. But when you compare the two, they're not really the same style. The museum is a lot more modern. And I'm not upset about it. It's just, you know, something to consider, I guess. My memory when it comes to this build is almost non-existent. Oh, now you can see the little bits that I'm putting on the roof. And I kind of just did this haphazardly. I didn't really think too much on it. I just wanted it to look like there were bits sticking up, you know? And I am getting a little ahead of myself when I say this, but you'll see... Oh, here we are. You'll see that I'm doing this stair around. I did initially really want a rounded ceiling. I thought that would look really, really nice. The only reason I didn't do it is because I took stock of how big this thing was, and I didn't have the patience for it. So I did a couple layers of the stairs and the slabs together to give at least a little bit of a tiered thing. And then I just did it flat, which I think worked out in the end because then I was able to put the lights kind of just in a grid type of situation. And like I said, the lighting situation is not the best, but it does its job. If I really hate it, I can always, you know, go back and fix it. It's no big deal, but, you know, since it does its job, I don't think I'll redo it. But we will always have the option. And now you can see I am starting to fill in just with flat. And I did use slabs for this rather than blocks because for anyone who may not know this, and I know there's always somebody who doesn't know a cool little trick. So if you did not know this, when you make your slabs, you get double the amount of blocks that you used, which I think is really fucking cool. And I mean this in the stone cutter. I actually don't think you get as many in the crafting table, but, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I always use stonecutter for my slab and stair making because it's so much easier and you don't have to use as much materials. But because I knew that I was going to need so much of it, I figured slabs was the way to go rather than full blocks. And then you'll see me completely contradict myself when I go back to the roof at the end of the video. Because I end up using blocks instead of slabs, and it's literally just because I was too lazy to do anything else. Completely ignore this pause menu screen because I can't even remember what I was doing. I was clearly distracted. But we are inside the museum now. The roof is completely done. And I will start working on the lighting stuff. Which, you know, took a lot of trial and error. I couldn't really figure out what I wanted. I was trying to think of what I have access to, or what I could go out and find, what kind of atmosphere I wanted. And then I was thinking about real-life museums. And a lot of them have very bright lights. So I figured I could use frog lights, and here we go. We start using the frog lights. I tried spacing them as best as I could. I did every 7 blocks, so 6 in between, and then on the 7th one you would put another frog light. It didn't work out so well because they weren't all, the building's not built to be that kind of symmetrical. So we'll see later that I did some fixing on that. And here I'm trying to figure out what kind of lighting in the floor, if at all. There's a lot of trial and error, like I said. And you'll see me building and deleting and building and deleting and trying to figure stuff out. And I guess that's the whole fun of speed builds like this. You get to see my process of what the fuck I'm doing. So love to see it. Oh my god. I'm so sorry that you guys had to witness a murder like that. He kept and in my ears, and it was kind of driving me nuts. So I got out a netherite sword and slaughtered him. It didn't really help because if you pay attention to the captions on the bottom right, another one spawns in and starts doing the same exact thing, and I just didn't have it in me to keep going outside and slaughtering them. So, you know, it is what it is. As you can see with my frog lights, and I do have a frog light farm, so I'm not worried about the amount of what I need. I'll just, you know, spend time in my frog light farm to get the amount of frog lights used in this build. But I'm using the copycat vertical steps to light the area, and I think it was very good at its job. Like, it's not blinding your eyes like frog lights usually do if you have a bunch in the same space. So that's why I kept doing it, and it keeps the cool vibe. It's very cool toned. I was also trying to experiment with those double right there. If you just saw me doing that. If not, well, you'll probably see it in other bits. Oh! Okay, so to completely derail my thought here, I realized a little bit too late that I wanted to put in extra rooms and kind of separate the space to make it not seem so big. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm making an archway. I didn't want it completely cut off, so I didn't make any doorway. We're doing archways because those are better. But I also really like how the archway came out. I didn't take any inspiration with this, surprisingly. Because usually I have a hard time decorating like this. But I really like how it came out, and I like the general distinct vibe that it has. I do one on the other side as well, but I decided to get ahead of myself, as I usually do, and start placing down pedestals. I don't really know what I was going for here. Maybe like some kind of ring of treasures, but you know, it didn't really work out. I still have half the other half of the museum to light up. But I guess I told myself I don't fucking care. We're getting some pedestals in here. And you'll see I did end up putting them in front of the windows, so they're like, I don't know, sunlight. There's sunlight shining down on it. Which I'm kind of into, really. In an ideal world, they probably wouldn't be right in front of windows, because whatever relics are being displayed probably needs to be protected from sunlight. But, you know, this is Minecraft, and it doesn't work the same, so it's okay. And here we're doing the second room. You'll see me keep going back and forth trying to count and remember and recount. And anyone who doesn't know, my memory is absolute trash. I can't remember shit. So the going back and forth is a regular thing for me, just in normal builds. when I'm trying to do something symmetrical, I can never actually remember what I do. And even when I count, I immediately forget. So, love to see it. But, you know, we eventually got there. And I like that it is symmetrical in that way. See, you see, I miscounted somewhere and everything got fucked up. It is what it is. It eventually got fixed. I think that's why I really like building in creative though, because if you make a mistake, it's really easy to just redo things. It's a lot more tedious in survival. You have to wait for things to break, and then you most often don't have creative flight like this. And if you do, it's all with a potion and you have limited time. But I mean, I explained this in the last build video, that I would continue building in creative just because it's a lot easier on the mental bits, you know? Also, I was a little bit afraid of putting statues. You might have seen me just now searching for trophies and statues to put in, and then I decided not to. I decided later on that I should actually put those in just to have decorations, because without the paintings and the statues and it's just everything that I ended up putting in there, it looked really blank and empty, and I didn't like it as much. I wanted it to look a little bit more lived in than it was. So, like, the things that are right there, I think they're called planariums. Apologies if that's wrong, too. I actually saw Nora use these. I had no idea they were even a thing until I saw him using them. I decided that it could be pretty cool to have, like, I don't know, statues of things in there, or historical buildings, like little mini things that you can look at, and if you know how to, even go inside and hang out in there. So I have, I think, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 around the building. So I'm really excited to go around and start building those as well. And I don't know yet what I'm going to be putting in them. I just know that I want them. So I've also, I decided I really wanted the moss carpet, the glowing moss carpet. And when I logged into the survival server, I noticed I don't have much of it. So I'm kind of shit out of luck with that. I'm gonna have to go adventuring and find a bunch. I don't really know how much I'm going to need, but I'll get it, I guess. It is what it is. I'm building a front desk here now. Like when you go into a museum, you know how there's the customer service help desk? That's kind of the vibe that I was going for here. I was initially trying to do it with quartz walls, but I realized that it's just too much white going on. I needed a little bit more color. So you'll see that I completely abandon and go for... Oh! When I say completely abandon, I didn't mean completely abandon. I guess I revisit that. But right now I'm putting armor stands all over the place because there are so many sets of cool armor that I want to put in here. And I didn't actually count how many armor sets that I want, so it's entirely possible I'm gonna end up putting even more armor stands around the place. But here you can see that I'm doing a lot of copycat panels and beams. Are they beams? Hopefully. But I realized I didn't really want thick walls here. It looks too chunky. So I remembered we had the panels and I can use blocks to make it look like it's a wall, but it's just a little bit nicer. And I ended up liking it very much. So I'm glad I went this route instead of the chunky blocks. And for stuff like this, I'm really, really glad that we have the create mod installed. Also, if you see random snippets of my character looking at you, the viewer, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. It's just I bound my pickup block to the same keybind that the changing the point of view is. So, you know, it is what it is. And you'll see later on, I completely destroy, unless it already happened. I don't think it already happened. I think it's coming up though. I accidentally completely destroy the contents of my backpack. I accidentally delete the backpack that has all of the stuff that I use. Unfortunately. And so I end up having to pick, you know, the pick block button multiple times because I lost all my stuff, which really sucks because I don't remember everything that I used. Eventually I'll get everything back, it's fine. Luckily, I don't have to build any more houses, so like the basic house furniture isn't too bad. See, right there, I fucked it up. I deleted my backpack and opened a completely empty one. And it was literally just a millisecond for you guys, but for me, it felt like eons of me just staring at my computer like, what the fuck did I just do? And really, when you think about it, it's not that big a deal. But in the moment, it's a big deal. I also put some glow frames all over the place because I know there are really cool weapons that I would like to showcase. So we have that there. I also wanted these trophy statue things put around the place just because they look cool and, you know, they could fill in little gaps here and there. And for that, I do need... I don't think I have everything right now for those. Because to craft them, you need very specific items from each of the entities. Like the Witch and Vindicator and whoever the fuck else I put in there. And now that I'm thinking about it and saying out loud, I might actually have stuff already. It's fine. I was trying to put a carpet, like a runner or something, to kind of try to fill the floor, but nothing really looked good because I had the glowing moss carpet. I even tried to put more glowing moss carpet, as you might have just seen, but it was too much, so I said, fuck that. I was also trying to implement some kind of line with the red velvet thing, and it didn't look quite right to me. So I said, no, never mind. I'm just gonna block off all of the special trophies with my red velvet stuff. And the issue with these speed builds is it's going so fucking fast. We're jumping from subject to subject. I started messing with the lighting situation here. Like I said, it wasn't a great lighting situation. I tried to make it a little bit more interesting to look at, and those hanging lamp little bits that I didn't look good. So I gave up on it. But you'll see what I ended up doing. I ended up doing a frog light grid. And I was trying to make sure that the shadows on the floor weren't too dark. That would indicate spawning of mobs. Once again, there's only one way to find out if the mobs are going to spawn or not. If it does, I will go back in with mage lights and light up the place a little bit more. But in the little rooms, I did this, I don't even know what it's called, but like a cross light. And you'll see that it's just like a bar of light. And it didn't really hurt my eyes for that one, so I don't mind it at all. Kind of happy that I did it like that. I forgot to mention it, but I did also put some books around the place just to liven up the place. Books and plants. I put some plants. And initially I was planning on putting the paintings later on, but, you know, and this is purely going on faith that the create the create mod will copy the paintings as is and paste them as is. I'm really hoping that's the case, because if not, I will cry. Also, if you saw all of that information just pop up, know that that was my cat jumping on my keyboard and causing issues like usual. Love to see it. And you might see some duplicate paintings in here. I didn't really want duplicate paintings, but I was working with what I had, and then I realized that we have handcrafted paintings as well. And handcrafted is another mod that we have installed in the mod pack. So I started using those paintings to try to continue livening up the place and making things look unique, rather than have things just repeating all the time. I really hate reusing the same decorations over and over and over again. It's just not my style. Especially with something like this. Like, this is a museum of one-of-a-kind artifacts. You wouldn't want to see the same paintings everywhere. So when I did go back and put in handcrafted paintings, which is right now, you'll see me going back and forth and like inspecting the walls to make sure there are no duplicates of anything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but at the same time, the game was making me a little bit dizzy. So if I missed something, I do apologize. And it'll just be how it is, because I probably won't go back and fix it unless it's like glaringly obvious to me. But, you know, with my short-term memory and everything, I won't even realize unless someone points it out to me. Oh, I think I did purposely... Oh, no, never mind. I was gonna say I purposely left a painting as a duplicate, but then I finally got a different variant that I hadn't gotten before. And so I thanked the Lord. Now I'm putting other trophies up on the walls to just, you know, continue decorating the place. We got some... a phantom flying thing. Creeper, skeleton, blaze, wither skeleton, or really the skull. It's not the entire skeleton, but... And now I'm remembering that, like, we're pretty close to the end of the speed build. Which is so fun. That's... wow. I've never done a voiceover for a speed build like this. I'm really enjoying it. So maybe this will be a new thing that I do instead of putting music in. Let me know if there's a preference, if you guys have a preference. I did, as you can see, we're gonna do the roof here, but I still have time. I still have time to talk about the benches that I put in. I forgot that museums usually have benches that where you can look at the art. So I made sure to put benches in there just, you know, for fun. I may use them a little bit. Maybe visitors who come in can look at them as well. That would be really nice. And then next to the benches, I put some extra lanterns, so I forgot that I did indeed fix the lighting situation. And everything is properly lit up now, so let's go. But see, this is what I mean by a flat roof. It's just completely flat, and all with blocks of quartz rather than slabs. Let's go. It just means that I'm gonna have to make more quartz, and, you know, it is what it is. You know? It's just easier to build with blocks, and I was already really done. Like, I had been working on this build for 4 days, I think. And I just wanted to be done with it. I was trying to go as quickly as possible. And here we go with the slower bits of it. This is still part of the original speed build video, I just didn't speed it up. So I went in and just took a slower look around at everything. I really fucking love this build. I'm really excited to get it all filled in with things and just spend so much time in here. I realized that the phantom up there is facing the wrong direction, but it's okay. It's fine. They usually travel in packs, you know, so maybe the one that's flying towards us in the other archway is just chasing the other one. No, it's fine. I know that I'm gonna scare the shit out of myself every time coming in here and seeing the creeper and skeleton in the wall. Fucking ridiculous. And here we're going back into the speed build because I realized I forgot to do all of the what is that called? Froglight beams. And so after after that really nice walkthrough, we're back to speed building. And luckily this only takes a few minutes. So I'm gonna say thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the speed build. Please let me know if this talking bit is something you'd like to see more of, because there will be more speed builds that I upload throughout the year that we're on the server. I actually really enjoyed this. I was really locked into my nonverbal a little bit, as after stream during the week, I stopped talking. And then once I really get into the non-talking phase of the evening, it's really hard to come out of that. But, you know, I think by sitting down and doing this voiceover audio, I have pulled myself out of the non-verbalness. It's been a vibe. It's been a pleasure. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're all enjoying your time zones, having good whatever days. I was gonna say weekends. If you're watching this on Saturday, or a Saturday, maybe not the Saturday, but a Saturday, hope you're having a good Saturday. If it's not Saturday, yes it is. Who says it can't be Saturday every day? Society, apparently. But I'm going in here with just last few details of the pillars and making sure all the blocks are evenly aligned. And you'll see me right here deleting the existing pillars. I'm like, oh fuck. Well, it's too late now. I'm not going all the way around the building, taking down my light. It is what it is. But I will say my goodbyes because I know there's only going to be a few more seconds of this. Eat food, drink water, touch grass, fucking build a really large museum, and I will see you all next time. Later, skaters.